Hey, it's Joddie Taylor of SnackySays. Welcome back to my podcast, the SnackySays podcast. Today I am chatting about this and that, December 23 edition. Let's hop on into it. Number one, if you have been wanting to get into digital planning, I have two resources for you. The first is from A Hong. And she's just walking through her 2024 digital planner. As usual, she has it available for free. You can download the exact planner she's using in her video. And she also talks about a couple of apps. I think they're both digital sticker apps. I always enjoy watching her videos when my iPad wasn't even like a little twinkle or a little gleam in my eye. I was watching her videos. I find them very soothing, like Plan With Me and, Slice of Life, my jam. Next up, from Happy Downloads, a very similar video, but you'll see that their aesthetics very different from each other. And I think you can learn from both. And I think both videos are around 10 minutes or less. So worth your time. The Happy Downloads video, it includes a brief tutorial on the Noteful app, which is another note-taking app. I've been using GoodNotes. It's probably me, but maybe there's a bit of a learning curve, and maybe there's also a learning curve with Noteful, but I'm going to give it a try. I think part of it might be the app that I've been using. Most likely it's just me, but I'm going to give it a whirl. So the Happy Downloads video and Happy Downloads channel, she also offers free digital planners and free digital resources for digital planning. So again, check both out. I think they're worth your time and energy if you're even remotely interested. Next up, exercise snacks. So my goal this month was to move my body. And when I saw this YouTube short, I was like, yup, sign me up. Sometimes I just can't do it, especially this month. I just can't do an hour workout. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. And so the question is, what can I do? Can I stand here and do some calf raises? Can I do lunges? Can I do some jumping jacks while I'm waiting for the microwave? Well, yeah. Well, that's the movement for the day. Check. It doesn't have to be a big, intense thing. The important thing to me is to start and keep going, whether it's fitness or a new habit that I'm trying to form. So there's a little tidbit. Now, she is going to show you some movement as she does as she's doing the YouTube short and talking about it. So maybe you're running up and down steps, you're doing squats, you're doing some explosive movement, or maybe something a little more gentle. She talks about the data, the science-backed data behind it, why you might want to do an exercise snack, why you might want to do a sprint, for example. My words, not hers, but you can sprint, you can do explosive movement, and do your due diligence. Just don't take my word for it or her word. Like, look it up and do your own due diligence. But there are benefits for doing small bouts of movement throughout the day, especially if you don't have the time or, frankly, the inclination to work out for an hour or even 10 minutes straight. The question is, what can you do? Do that. Next up, The Burnout by Sophie Kinsella. I'm only 4 chapters into this book, and I've been listening to it around the house or going for a walk, and I find myself laughing out loud and giggling. It's a combination of the narrator and the writer. Just brilliant. Yes, I'm not finished it, but yes, I'm going to go ahead and recommend it. Oh, I want to give you the narrator's name. Her name is Bessie Carter. I'm just curious if I've listened to anything else. Just scrolling through her catalog. That's funny. Her voice sounds familiar. Nope, I haven't listened to any of these books. Okay. Last but not least, I want to share and recommend the digital purchase tracker for Google Sheets from Michelle of Wild and Solo. I love this thing. I've only had it about 6 weeks, and it's been a game changer. It's especially going to set me on the right path for 2024. So it's exactly what it sounds like. What I did is I went through all my emails and my receipts, and I put in everything that I bought in 2023. Courses, workshops, webinars, summits. I even put my fitness apps, everything, membership, subscriptions. And it really helped me to step back and say where did the money go? How much do I spend on average? Now, I'm not saying there's a tool that's going to average out your expenditures for your digital purchases, but it did help me to figure that out because I had the data in front of me. So, for example, I realized most of the money I spent on digital purchases went to content creation. I want to be a better content creator. So I bought things to help me do that, whether it was a workshop or ebook. A distant second was fitness, but that doesn't really surprise me because I only have 3 or 4 paid fitness apps. The other feature I wanted to highlight was priority. So I was able to go through everything I bought, and I'm just going to focus on personal and professional development things and not the other things like Disney Plus. And rank it in priority. And I realized, like, of all these things I bought, there's only like 4 or 5 things that are a high priority. So let me focus on those the next couple of months and get these courses completed. Or if I did complete the course, start implementing things more. So I'll talk about this more in 2024 because there are a couple of courses that I purchased because they were on sale. But I knew I wasn't going to use them just then. But I think I'm going to be using them, finishing them and implementing them for sure in 2024. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to share. I'm recording this on New Year's Eve, 2023. So if you're listening to this today or tomorrow, Happy New Year. It's a tricky thing, right? Happy New Year. When do you stop saying Happy New Year? Like 2 weeks in, a week in, like just a couple of days later? Okay, if you enjoyed this podcast episode or any of my podcast episodes, please share with a friend or 3. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. You can subscribe at joddie.substack.com. That's joddie.substack.com. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you.